I already did a video on the office experiment, but I'm doing another one because I just love the game so much. Also, there's a good amount of badges in the game, so you know what that means. TT plus B! Office experiment, yay! There are only 6 badges, but there are so many tips and tricks that I can share. So I'll go over the tips and stuff first since it'll be easier to understand how to get the badges that way. I'll also be going over a bit of the maps and combat, just because they got updated to be more complicated than before. In map 1, a lot of the strategies mainly come down from the start of the run, as there's a lot of variables that come into play. The first one is actually the elevator that you spawn in. Depending on RNG, the floor that the elevator starts at can either be floor 16, floor 1, floor -6, or floor -13. If your elevator starts on floor 16, then you're actually more likely to get one of the better jobs like security or CEO. So good for you if that's what floor you start on. Also, if you get into the office first, then you'll be able to loot more places than other players can, which can be a huge advantage. Here are some places that have a lot of loot in them. If you go upstairs to where the cubicles are, there's a small chance for a revolver to spawn in one of the 6 drawers. In the CEO office, there's also a guaranteed revolver in the CEO's desk, along with 6 bullets in the table next to it. The only downside is that to get in here, you need the CEO key, which only the CEO has. So you'll have to try to sneak in once the CEO tries to get into their office. Alternatively, you could also just break the windows when you're able to, and get in that way. In the cafeteria, there's sometimes an electrical key, either in front of the display counters or in the corner of the freezer room. Once you have it, you can go into the electrical room, which has a lot of bullets, weapons, and even C4 in it on the first map. On the second map, it's like, There's also some separate rooms that need keys to open that have stuff in them, like the security room, the server room, and the management room, which all have decent loot. On map 1 in the bathroom, all the way down to the left of the kitchen, there's a vent that you can break open in the last stall, which has a chance to spawn guns and even C4. But there's also a chance that it does nothing at all, so it's a bit risky. On map 2, if you go directly upstairs, the first management room has a vent with C4 in it, so if you plan to go into the vault, then you should go there. On the first map, it's in the electrical room, so it's a bit easier to get to, or harder depending if you like combat, I guess. Once the round is actually started, the best strats that I've learned are to try to get into the vault in the security room so that you can get the amazing rifle and a bulletproof vest. However, if you can't get into the vault because it was never opened, then I would recommend just getting a regular pistol and hope for the best. On the other hand, if you can't get into the vault because they just won't let you in for whatever reason, if you go upstairs to this printer, once the vault is open, it will print a paper with a code on it, which if you go to this door in the stairwell, you can open it with the code to get some decent guns. On the first map, there's 2 AKs and 3 revolvers with 12 bullets around the room. On the second map, this room is a bit more underwhelming, but there's still some good loot with there being a katana and a silenced pistol, along with some AKs. While the AKs are cool and all, there's no extra rounds for them, so you'll only be able to get 30 bullets per gun, which is not very good considering the ridiculous recoil. Even if you don't get into the vault or the secret room, you pretty much need a gun to win, or else someone else with a gun will kill you. Speaking of guns, the combat system in this game actually has recoil now, unlike some of the clips that you're seeing in the video, so I'll go over the combat now. For the guns, they have better recoil now, which made the small arms like pistols and revolvers a lot worse, but made the rifles a lot better, so just stick with the rifles. The melees, on the other hand, got a big revamp. You can actually throw them now, which is really only useful with the knives, as if you hit someone in the head with one, then it will down them with one shot. The heavier weapons can also be thrown, but they do less damage and have a steeper drop. Oh, also, you aren't able to disarm people anymore, which is stupid, but it is what it is. So what about the events? Well, for the first event, the one where you have to kill 2 employees, just don't kill the first guy and don't get killed yourself. If you did kill the first person and you are chosen to be the target through the survey, just go through the vents in the bathroom on the first map and hopefully have a gun to just shoot anyone who goes in there. If you're lucky though, the survey might not show up at all, so there's always that possibility. Oh, also, if you're on the second map and you get chosen, you're kind of screwed. Good luck with that. For the assassin event, if you aren't an assassin, just try not to kill anyone, unless you see someone kill someone else and they have the kill bar that shows question mark, question mark, question mark, killed someone, then that person's an assassin and you can kill them. If you are an assassin, then get a gun and try to kill people when no one else is around to see you. For the framed event, where you have a target and a hunter, just kill your target as soon as you can, and then be very cautious as to who's trying to kill you. I don't really recommend hiding in this game mode because it takes a really long time, so you might as well just speed up the process by being out in the open. For the kill 10 employees event, just kill some people and don't die yourself, pretty easy. For the final task, just try to kill people as fast as possible, but try to stay away from people with rifles. You can't really hide in this event as there's no time limit, so someone will have to die. You can still hide during this event, but that's boring, so don't do it. One final event, the murderer event, which can only be triggered by someone for 500 Robux. Just go hide in the vents while they don't see you moving, and then you should be good. Oh, also I tried, but you can't kill the murderer, so don't fight them. Also, I am aware that there's now special rounds in the game, but I won't cover those since those are just mixes of these events with simple changes, like only having one bullet in each gun. So I won't cover those in this video. That should be about every tip that I have, but you'll probably need to just improvise, because these tips can only help you so much. Like, a lot of the game is just skill, and tips can't help you with skill, so go to aim labs or something. So with that out of the way, let's get into the badges. For Survivor, you just need to survive a day in the office, so you'll need to win a match, which can be hard for newer players, but once you get good, like me, it's pretty easy. For Assassin, you'll need to win an Assassin event as an Assassin, which I already went over how to do. Murderer requires you to murder someone, which is actually not too hard. Fighter is one of the harder badges, where once you get targeted from the survey, you'll need to survive for 5 minutes, which I also went over in the tips. For Bounty Hunter, you either need to kill your target in that one framed game mode, you need to kill the survey target, or an assassin. For Certified CEO, you need to win a game as a CEO, which is a lot easier said than done. I've gotten the CEO role about 6 times now, and I just recently got this badge. Here's some footage of my runs while CEO, just so that you can see how it went. Got the thing, got CEO, and I bought a gun case, so, nice. Oh, okay, well, first one's dead and I'm CEO, man, that stinks. And then Blazer wrote, the clips of you dying each time, very nice. This badge is a lot easier to get now since the game is kind of dying, and a lot of the better players are moving on, but it's still a decent challenge. Anyway, that's pretty much all I'll cover in this video. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments, and I'll see you guys later, once I figure out how to get more badges, that is. None of these games have good badges, jeez.
10-second monetization buffer, mid-rolls, yummy, yummy, yummy. Nom, 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 money, money, money. Thank you everybody for watching, I love you all very much.